And we're celebrating that today here on January 12th, 2023. And just for a little bit of background, every January, school districts across the state and the nation honor their school board directors during School Board Recognition Month. And here in Olympia, we're also recognizing our student representatives that serve on our board. This marks the 28th year of the annual observance initiated by the National School Boards Association, which I think started in 1995. Governor Jay Inslee has issued an official proclamation recognizing January as School Board Recognition Month in Washington State, and if you will indulge me, I'd like to read that now. Whereas the mission of Washington's public school system is to ensure that all students achieve at high levels and possess the knowledge and skills to be responsible members of a democratic society and enjoy productive and satisfying lives. And whereas Washington's 295 locally elected school boards of directors and 9 elected educational service district boards are the core of the public education governance system in our state, serve more than 1.1 million students, have a combined annual budget of over $15 billion, and employ approximately 120,000 people. And whereas school boards play a critical role in promoting student learning and achievement by creating a vision, establishing policies and budgets, and setting clear standards of accountability for all involved. And whereas school board directors are directly accountable to residents in their districts and regions, serving as a vital link between members of the community and their schools. And whereas school boards and ESDs provide a passionate voice of advocacy for public schools and the welfare of school children. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize school board directors as outstanding public servants and champions for public education, now therefore, I, Jay Inslee, Governor of the State of Washington, do hereby proclaim January 2023 as School Board Recognition Month in Washington, and he encourages all people in our state to join him in this special observance that he signed on this 4th day of January 2023. I'd like to key on the word, and I think it's the last whereas, when he talks about servants, that members of our school board are public servants. These are basically volunteer positions, and they can be wonderfully fulfilling, and they can also be very challenging. And I want to especially thank our board for their work to make those outcomes on the wall behind them come to fruition in our schools. And in this particular year, I want to applaud you on the work that you're doing around our equity policy development and not being afraid to look at innovative things like balanced calendars and different ways that we might change our system, always looking to do what's best for our students, staff, and families. And I want to thank you for the role that you play in visiting our schools, attending school and district events, trainings, and just being present like you were this week when we met with our district leadership team and just advocating on behalf of our district. We have some wonderful items here to my right that were created. We have some wooden rolling pins. I accidentally said bowling pins to Emmy earlier, and she said, no, don't say that. Kitchen towels, and these were all made by students in the Lathe Division and Sublimation Division of the Tech Arts Enterprises class under the direction of Brian Morris at Washington Middle School. And Mr. Morris has been doing amazing work for a long, long time with students at Washington. And I want to especially thank the following students who created these beautiful items. I'll grab one real quick. So the Lathe Division, the manager was Kenzie Frood. The assistant manager was Sydney Potvin. And the workers were Mia Neal and Nate McBride. And in the Sublimation Division, the assistant manager was Addison Kilgore. And I also want to recognize that Lincoln Options also brought in some student-created gifts for our school boards and student representatives. They appear to be some inspiring messages with colorful artwork that you can hang and put in places that are meaningful to you. So I would like to ask everyone to join me in thanking our school board for the work they do and just recognizing School Board Recognition Month. Our regular board meeting does not start until 6:15, but I do want to read one other thing that we also have. What did I say? 6:30. We also have a certificate for each of you, and our certificates talk about building the future of public education, and we have one also for each of the board members and each of our student representatives that we want to give you as well. And President Huffman, what I would suggest at this point, because we've got until 6:30, we've got some cookies over there that we take a little break and eat some cookies and hand out some rolling pins and enjoy a little social time.
I agree. Thank you.
Great, thank you.